Did you know that a simple quarter, one you might have held in your pocket, could be worth as much as $1.9 million today? That's right, this 2017 P. Ellis Island quarter has been making waves in the world of coin collectors. Stick around to find out exactly what makes this coin so valuable and how to check if you might own one. In 2017, the U.S. Mint released this quarter as part of its America the Beautiful series, celebrating Ellis Island, the historic gateway for millions of immigrants. With a P mint mark, we know it was produced in Philadelphia. But what makes this quarter, out of millions minted, so extraordinary? The design on this quarter is breathtaking. One side features the iconic George Washington profile, while the reverse depicts an immigrant family at Ellis Island, the Statue of Liberty standing tall in the background, symbolizing hope and new beginnings. But while this design alone captures an important piece of American history, there's something rare about this quarter that sets it apart, driving its value into the millions. So, what makes this quarter worth more than a house? It all comes down to two words: rarity and condition. This specific 2017 Ellis Island quarter became a collector's gem because of its unique minting characteristics. Top-rated examples of this coin have earned the perfect grade, a mint state 70. That's the highest possible rating, meaning no visible flaws, perfect edges, and a striking shine. Only a few of these coins receive this rating, and their scarcity has made them a treasure for serious collectors. Do you have a 2017 Ellis Island quarter at home? Here's how you can check its potential value. First, look for the P mint mark on the coin, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, evaluate its condition. A simple scratch, fingerprint, or scuff can lower the coin's value significantly. If your coin looks pristine, consider having it professionally graded, as only top-grade coins reach the highest values. The 2017 P. Ellis Island quarter has become a coveted item at auctions. Coins like this in mint condition with top grades have fetched staggering amounts due to the competitive nature of the coin collecting world. Collectors and investors see coins like this as both a piece of history and a valuable asset, which is why they're willing to pay top dollar. Interested in finding valuable coins of your own? Here's a quick tip: pay close attention to your change. Look for unique designs, mint marks, and unusual conditions. The key is patience and a sharp eye. So, the next time you find a 2017 P. Ellis Island quarter, take a closer look. You just might be holding a piece of American history worth millions. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and we've got an incredible story for you. Imagine holding a quarter that's not worth just 25 cents. But a mind-boggling $1.7 million sounds unbelievable, right? Well, today, we'll be exploring the 1978 D. Ellis Island $quarter coin, a collector's treasure with a truly astonishing value. Now, before you rush to your coin collection or check under your couch cushions, let's break down exactly what makes this coin so valuable. First things first, this isn't any ordinary quarter. What we're looking for is the 1978 quarter with a D mint mark, signifying that it was minted in Denver, and it must feature an image of Ellis Island. But wait a minute, you might be thinking, I don't remember seeing a 1978 quarter with Ellis Island on it. And you're right. This coin is an incredibly rare prototype that wasn't meant for circulation. Created to celebrate Ellis Island's importance as the gateway to America for millions of immigrants, this design only saw limited production. Collectors go absolutely wild for coins like this because of their historical significance and rarity. Finding one of these is like winning the coin collector's lottery. Only a few prototypes are known to exist, and when one does appear on the market, it sparks a bidding frenzy among wealthy collectors who recognize its unique place in American history. So, why the staggering price tag of $1.7 million? Besides its rarity, the coin's extraordinary value comes from its superb condition. Coins like this are graded on a scale, with mint state being one of the highest grades. If you happen to stumble upon one of these in pristine condition, that's when the value really skyrockets. In fact, The most recent sale saw one of these gems go for $1.7 million. Can you imagine that? This single quarter is now worth more than most homes. And all because it has a few unique traits that make it unlike any other quarter from 1978. So, what makes the 1978 D. Ellis Island quarter so special? Let's recap. It's rare, has historical significance, features a unique design, and when found in mint condition, it's the crown jewel of any collection. Now, if you have a coin collection, it's worth checking just in case. While this specific coin is rare, you'd be amazed at how many valuable coins are hiding in plain sight. So, dust off that old coin jar, take a look, and you might just have a small fortune sitting right under your nose. We have an exciting topic that every coin collector and treasure hunter will want to know about, the 1983 P. Ellis Island $quarter coin, one of the most elusive coins out there. And get this, it's currently valued at an astounding $1.5 million. Let's start with a bit of background. The 1983 P quarter features an iconic design of George Washington on the front, as with all quarters, but it's the back side that's unique. Issued in the 1980s, this particular quarter was created to commemorate Ellis Island, the historic entry point for millions of immigrants to the United States. But what makes it truly special is that it's not just any commemorative quarter, it's a rare mint error from the Philadelphia Mint, stamped with the P mint mark. So, what exactly happened at the Philadelphia Mint in 1983? This coin was struck with a rare double die error, meaning certain details appear doubled or blurred. This type of error often goes unnoticed but creates coins that are one of a kind. The Ellis Island design, along with this error, makes this coin extremely valuable to collectors today. You're probably wondering, why $1.5 million? The high value of the 1983 P. Ellis Island quarter is largely due to its scarcity and the double die mint error, which make it highly sought after. Add to that, the Philadelphia Mint only produced a limited number of these coins. It's the perfect storm for rarity, which collectors simply can't resist. If you're now eager to check your coin stash, here's what to look for: the P mint mark on the front of the coin, next to Washington's portrait, check for a doubling effect in the lettering on the front or back of the coin, especially in United States of America, and $quarter sections. Make sure it's in pristine condition, as coins with fewer scratches or signs of wear are often valued higher. As of today, collectors and dealers are eagerly searching for these coins, with prices skyrocketing up to $1.5 million at auctions. If you happen to find one in your collection, you have two main options: you can hold on to it and see if the value continues to climb, or you can reach out to a reputable auction house or coin dealer to sell it. However, always get your coin authenticated first by a professional coin grading service. The 1983 P. Ellis Island quarter is a prime example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can turn into a collector's dream. If you're a coin enthusiast, a collector, or just curious about rare finds, be sure to check your coins for this valuable piece of American history. We have an exciting story about a coin you might have overlooked, the 1988 P. Ellis Island quarter. Right now, this special quarter has collectors and enthusiasts buzzing, with its value estimated at an astounding $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.2 million for a 25-cent coin. So, what makes this quarter so valuable? Why would anyone pay such a staggering amount for a coin we used to carry in our pockets? Let's dive into the fascinating history, rarity, and market dynamics behind the 1988 P. Ellis Island quarter. First, let's talk about the historical significance of this quarter. Issued by the U.S. Mint in 1988, this coin commemorates Ellis Island, the iconic gateway for over 12 million immigrants who arrived in the United States seeking freedom and opportunity. This place represents a deep chapter in American history, capturing a story of dreams, resilience, and new beginnings. The U.S. Mint created this coin to honor that legacy. Now, let's look closely at the coin itself. The P mint mark indicates it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. However, unlike typical quarters, certain variations of this coin have unique features that set them apart. Specific details in the design, especially on rare error coins, can make a massive difference in their value. One reason for the extraordinary value of this coin lies in rare mint errors that occurred during its production. Some of these quarters have minor, but highly significant, flaws, like double dies, off-centered striking, or unusual markings. It's these unique characteristics that collectors and auction houses seek out, driving prices sky-high. Imagine this: a seemingly ordinary 1988 P. Ellis Island quarter appears at an auction. Bidders are well aware of its rare features, so they push the price higher and higher. And in the end, it sells for a jaw-dropping $1.2 million. For collectors, these quarters are considered invaluable pieces of American history, and they're willing to invest heavily in them. So, how can you tell if you have one of these ultra-valuable quarters? Check for the P mint mark, the year 1988, and most importantly, look for any unusual details on the coin's surface. If you think you found a rare version, it's best to have it professionally appraised. Just imagine, a simple quarter from your change could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Coins like the 1988 P. Ellis Island quarter remind us that sometimes, historical treasures are hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a collector or just curious, keep your eyes peeled. You never know what might be hiding in your pocket change. Welcome back to Coins Dealer. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and join us as we dive into rare coins, their stories, and sometimes, shocking values. And today, we have a coin that's truly worth talking about, the 1994 D. Ellis Island quarter dollar, rumored to have a market value as high as $1.6 million. So, what makes this coin so valuable? Let's dig in. First, a little history. In 1994, the United States Mint issued a series of quarters to celebrate American history and landmarks. The Ellis Island quarter was one of these and was minted to honor the gateway that welcomed millions of immigrants to America. The 1994 D version, minted in Denver, didn't gain much attention until recently. Now, here's where things get interesting. This coin's staggering value doesn't come from a typical coin collector's hunt. It's not just about the age or historical value. The 1994 D. Ellis Island quarter is rare due to an unusual combination of a near-perfect mint state, high demand, and some incredibly lucky features. So, how does a simple quarter reach a value of $1.6 million? Experts say it comes down to three things: rarity, condition, and demand. Coins graded at the highest mint state levels, like MS-68 or MS-69, are so rare that collectors are willing to pay small fortunes. And when it comes to the 1994 D. Ellis Island quarter, the few coins with these high grades have sent collectors into a bidding frenzy. Want to know if your quarter could be worth a fortune? Here are a few things to look for. Check for the D mint mark under the date. Look for sharp, clean edges, no scratches, and a lustrous shine. You'll need an expert to assess the exact mint state, but coins with near-perfect conditions have fetched the highest prices. If you think you've got the real deal, getting it authenticated is essential. Professional coin graders like PCGS or NGC can confirm the value and grade. And, with a coin of this rarity, you might even want to consider an auction house to sell it for the best price. Imagine finding a quarter worth millions just lying around at home. Coins like the 1994 D. Ellis Island quarter remind us that sometimes, history is hidden in plain sight. We're talking about the elusive 1995 P. Ellis Island quarter dollar coin, a coin that's creating shockwaves in the collector community. So, what makes this coin so valuable, and why might it be hiding in your spare change right now? Before we dive into the reasons behind this coin's million-dollar value, let's take a moment to explore its background. This quarter, minted in 1995, features Ellis Island, a symbol of freedom and opportunity for millions of immigrants who entered the United States. With the P mint mark, it was crafted at the Philadelphia Mint, but not every coin is worth a fortune. So, why is this one different? What sets it apart is a rare minting error, which makes it one of the most sought-after coins among collectors today. This coin is valued at $1.3 million because of its exceptionally rare flaw, a type of mint error that occurred during production. These errors can vary widely, from doubling errors, where elements on the coin are stamped twice, to striking irregularities that make these coins truly one of a kind. In the case of the 1995 P. Ellis Island quarter, collectors believe that a unique minting error affects the coin's weight and possibly even its finish, making it worth an unbelievable amount. And it's not just the history or the error that has collectors excited, it's also the demand. Rare error coins have recently become hot commodities, with collectors willing to pay top dollar, literally millions of dollars, to add these unique pieces to their collections. So, how do you know if you might have $1 million quarter in your collection? First, look for the mint mark, a small P on the right side of Washington's portrait, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Then, examine the details closely for any imperfections or anomalies. But here's the catch. The rare versions of this coin aren't easy to spot, and unless you're experienced with coins, it might just look like a regular quarter. If you think you've found one, have it appraised by a trusted numismatic expert. They can confirm if your coin is authentic and help you understand its true value. Imagine finding out your spare change could transform your finances forever. It sounds too good to be true, right? But with rare collectibles, anything is possible. So, next time you're holding a quarter, take a closer look. You never know, it just might be the hidden treasure you didn't even know you had. We're diving into an exciting story about one of the rarest quarters out there, the 2000 P. Ellis Island quarter dollar, currently valued at an astonishing $1.7 million. That's right. A single quarter from the year 2000, minted in Philadelphia, is creating a massive buzz in the coin collecting world. And for good reason, with its rich history, design, and unexpected rarity, this coin has collectors and investors alike clamoring for a piece of the action. Let's explore what makes this coin so valuable and why collectors are paying top dollar for it. To understand the true value of this 2000 P. Ellis Island quarter, let's start with some background. In 2000, the U.S. Mint produced a special quarter in honor of Ellis Island as part of the State Quarters program. Ellis Island, known for being a gateway for millions of immigrants, was featured to celebrate New Jersey's rich history and diversity. Now, while millions of these quarters were produced, it turns out that a tiny fraction of them stand out in an unusual way. The key to this quarter's skyrocketing value lies in its rarity. Only a handful of the 2000 P. Ellis Island quarters have unique traits and mint errors that separate them from the standard issues. This is where things get interesting. Some of these special quarters show certain imperfections or unusual marks, characteristics that make coin collectors lose their minds. These minting errors don't just add a little extra value, they add hundreds, thousands, and sometimes even millions of dollars to the coin's worth. And this is precisely why the 2000 P. Ellis Island quarter is turning heads in auctions worldwide. You may be wondering, what pushes this specific quarter's value to $1.7 million? Well, it's a mix of rarity, history, and, of course, the condition of the coin. The quarters that have earned $1 million valuation have not only rare mint errors but also achieve a top grade, known as MS-67 or higher, indicating the coin is almost flawless. Collectors love a coin that's in perfect condition, especially if it also has minting quirks. And when you combine this with a coin that holds a significant place in American history, you have a true gem. Another reason for the high price tag is demand. Coin collecting has always been popular, but recently, we're seeing a massive surge in interest. More collectors and investors are coming into the market, and everyone wants a piece of these rare coins. Because there are so few Ellis Island quarters with these specific traits, the demand far outstrips the supply, driving up prices. And when collectors see something this rare on the market, they're willing to pay a premium. If you're thinking about hunting for one of these coins, here are some key factors to keep in mind. First, you'll want to inspect any 2000 P. Ellis Island quarter for potential errors, like double die features, which look like shadowed images, or any unusual marks on the coin's surface. If you do find something unusual, consult with a professional coin appraiser, who can confirm if your coin is one of the rare few. Imagine going through your old change and finding a 2000 P. Ellis Island quarter that could change your life. It may sound like a dream, but it happens more often than you think. Coins with similar backgrounds have been found in spare change or family collections and turned into million-dollar treasures overnight. So, before you spend that quarter, take a closer look. Who knows? That little piece of change could be worth a fortune. And if you're lucky enough to find one of these rare Ellis Island quarters, you could be holding $1.7 million in the palm of your hand. We're diving into a story that might sound too good to be true but is 100% real, the 2005 D. Ellis Island $quarter coin, a humble piece of pocket change now valued at an eye-watering $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary quarter, minted in 2005 with a small D for the Denver Mint, has skyrocketed in worth, and collectors everywhere are on the hunt for it. Let's explore what makes this coin so extraordinary, why collectors value it so highly, and most importantly, how you might just find one yourself. The 2005 Ellis Island quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's 50-State Quarters program, a series that honored all 50 states, one state at a time. This particular quarter was released to celebrate the state of New Jersey, home of Ellis Island, where millions of immigrants first stepped onto American soil. But what about this specific coin has caught the eye of collectors? It's not just the historical connection to Ellis Island, but rather a very rare minting error and perfect condition grading that makes this coin an absolute gem. Let's dive into those details. When coins are minted, they're typically checked for any imperfections. But sometimes, a rare mistake slips through, adding immense value to the coin. In the case of this 2005 D. Ellis Island quarter, a minting error that altered the fine details has turned it into one of the most sought-after quarters in circulation today. Only a few of these rare error coins were ever discovered, making them exceptionally valuable to collectors. This quarter's Denver Mint mark, combined with its unique error and flawless grade condition, which is essential in grading, has created a bidding frenzy among collectors. In fact, it's this very combination that raised the market value to an astonishing $1.4 million. Now, for a coin to reach such astronomical value, it must be in pristine condition. Grading, as some of you may know, ranges from poor to mint state 70, or MS70, which is as perfect as it gets. The 2005 D. Ellis Island quarter, currently valued at $1.4 million, is one of the few examples that achieved this highest grade. So, even if you find a 2005 D quarter in your pocket change, its value will heavily depend on its condition. If it shows signs of wear, it won't hit the $1 million mark, but if it's in mint state, you might just be holding a fortune. So, how can you tell if your quarter might be worth a fortune? First, flip it over and check for the D mint mark. Next, closely examine the design to see if there are any unusual patterns or slight differences compared to a typical Ellis Island quarter. And if the coin looks to be in perfect, untouched condition, it's definitely worth having it professionally graded. Remember, grading is key, that's what separates a valuable collectible from an ordinary coin. Consider having the coin inspected by a trusted grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation for an expert opinion. Now, imagine going through your spare change and finding a 2005 D. Ellis Island quarter worth over $1 million. That's the thrill of coin collecting, you never know what hidden treasures you might uncover. Whether you're an avid collector or just curious, keep an eye out for this coin and remember that these rare finds don't come around often. So, if you find one, cherish it. You might just have a piece of American history worth $1.4 million right in your hand. We're uncovering a hidden gem in U.S. currency history, the 2015 Ellis Island quarter. And yes, this particular coin, with a D mint mark, has a mind-blowing market value of up to $1.6 million now. Before you rush to check your coin collection, let's take a closer look at why this 2015 quarter from the America the Beautiful series has sparked such an interest in collectors, investors, and even museums. The 2015 Ellis Island quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful series by the United States Mint. This series was designed to showcase iconic national parks and historic sites, and this quarter pays homage to Ellis Island, the gateway for millions of immigrants arriving in America. It features a beautifully detailed design of immigrants at Ellis Island, symbolizing hope, resilience, and new beginnings. But what makes this particular coin, with a D mint mark from the Denver Mint, worth such a staggering amount? Well, there are a few reasons. First, there's the rarity factor. Very few of these coins were struck with certain unique characteristics, such as an extremely high-quality strike and rare die patterns that were later changed. This means only a handful of these coins exist in mint condition with this specific set of details. Next, let's talk about grading. Coins are graded based on their condition, from good to perfect mint state. The 2015 Ellis Island quarter, graded in the highest state, can demand an exceptionally high price because flawless examples are extremely rare and sought after. So, how can you identify one of these rare coins? Start by looking for the D mint mark, located just below the date on the front of the coin. Then, inspect the condition. Coins with sharp, clear details, no scratches, and a shiny finish are far more likely to hold value. To be worth such a high value, it must be certified in nearly perfect condition. Getting it professionally graded can help verify its worth, especially if you think you've got one of these rare pieces. Now, let's talk about the big number everyone's curious about, that $1.6 million value. Why so high? With the surge in popularity of rare coin collecting, high-grade Ellis Island quarters have become hot commodities. Collectors, museums, and even private investors are willing to pay a premium to add one to their collection. Also, as time goes on, these quarters become even rarer as others get lost or damaged, meaning their value could continue to climb. So, if you have a 2015 Ellis Island quarter with a D mint mark lying around, take a close look. Even if it's not $1 million find, it might still hold value. And if it's in exceptional condition, consider getting it appraised. You might be in for an exciting surprise.